camera. You give it, give it, off, down.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Half Good, a new feature here on Screen.com where we talk about movies that come frustratingly close to being wholly entertaining, but which have a few noticeable flaws in them that pull them back from the precipice of greatness. Our first installment, 2006's Silent Hill. Now, if you're not familiar, Silent Hill the movie is a fairly loose adaptation of the first game in the Silent Hill series of video games, and it revolves around a woman named Rose who's summoned to a strange town called Silent Hill by mysterious nightmares that her daughter named Sharon is having.
Silent Hill! Silent Hill!
Rose!
Wake up!
Silent Hill itself is based on a town called Centralia in Pennsylvania, where coal fires have been burning underground for almost 50 years. As such, Silent Hill is awash with a constant rain of ash and has apparently been completely abandoned. But as Rose searches the town for Sharon, she discovers that not all is what it seems to be.
I'm burning.
We're gonna break this down according to what's bad and what's good about this movie. First up on the bad is Sharon.
Sharon.
Now, about the first third of this movie is nothing but Rose calling out the name Sharon over and over again. It's not quite as bad as 121 times that people say the name Carol Ann in Poltergeist 3, but it's still enough to grate on your very soul after the 30th time you hear Sharon! I actually think someone involved in the film realized how annoying it was getting because Rose eventually just stops yelling it in favor of hey!
Hey!
But alas, the damage has already been done. Sometimes repetition is good in film, as in the trailer for Inception, and sometimes it's bad, and here it's really bad.
Sharon!
Creating the town of Silent Hill certainly couldn't have been easy, but the set design on display in the film goes a long way towards making it easy for a viewer to suspend our disbelief. There's a suitably post-apocalyptic look to the entire proceeding, especially in the interior sets, which have an unbelievable amount of clutter and a great trashed-up look to them that match the abandoned history of the town. It's easy to believe that this place really was abandoned 30 years ago. So it's a big win for set design and cinematography in the movie, both of which really help to ground you in the world of the film.
To say this place was haunted.
One of the drawbacks of the movies that have a bunch of mysterious stuff happening in them is that they often want to keep you guessing for so long that by the time the climax comes around, they're forced to give you a quick little expositional wrap-up that explains all the weirdness in one big dollop. Silent Hill is no exception, but even before we get to that point, we're treated to a lot of rambling by one Sean Bean, husband of Rose, as he wanders through the town and its surrounding environs, attempting to find out what the hell happened to his wife. Now, I can kind of understand keeping him and the male cop in an entirely separate world from Rose and everyone else in Silent Hill. Silent Hill itself is represented as a violently feminine place where only women have any important speaking roles. But that doesn't make his segments of the film feel any less disjointed or tacked on. Now, it feels as though the movie would have been stronger if the filmmakers had found a way to divulge the information that he finds out in Rose's world, or even just cut it out of the almost 2-hour running time. But getting back to that exposition. Now, just when you're most wondering what the hell happened in this place, the film simply gives up and tells you in a little 5-minute film strip.
Their parents told them she was bad.
This feels extremely inelegant, as if the scriptwriter simply gave up on attempting to throw in the backstory gracefully and decided to just throw it in there as one character talking to another. It's slightly above the level of a flashback in terms of a backstory delivery device, but it's still pretty amateurish and annoying.
Now you know why Dahlia is broken.
The good, hellscapes and monsters. Now, I love it when movies drop characters into weird circumstances where they have no idea what the hell is going on. Movies like Event Horizon, Solaris, or parts of The Matrix where the normal laws of physics don't entirely apply and anything can happen at any time. And to its credit, Silent Hill does this really well. Every time you hear that alarm siren, you know shit is about to get serious real quick. The reasons behind the transformations eventually become apparent, but well before that occurrence, you're continually kept on your toes by the transitions between light and darkness. While these are greatly assisted by CGI, they're still mightily impressive, perhaps especially because of the horrors that come along with them. Now, speaking of horrors, the monsters here are really creepy and well done, perhaps mostly because they express no desire to do anything but kill anything caught up in their hellish nightmare. I've never been a big fan of talkative monsters who are all, "Grr, I want to kill you." So the implacable silence avowed by the bad guys here is entirely chilling to me. You don't understand what the hell is going on, monsters are constantly coming after Rose and her cop friend, everything's fucking freaky as hell, and it mostly works, especially when people are getting their skin fucking ripped off. The fact that they actually have power and strength without being yet more movie zombies only increases their appeal. To sum up, I really like parts of Silent Hill. The parts I don't like are a frustrating distraction from what could have been a much better film. If I could do anything with this film to make it better, I would have made it even more experimental and abandoned some of the attempts to explain what the hell is transpiring in the city. This is a case where less could have been more, and less information might have made the film a more compelling look at a woman trapped in what might literally be hell. I give director Christoph Gans credit for throwing in a relatively ambiguous ending, but it still feels as though someone pulled back from a really interesting script and Hollywooded it up at the last minute, and that's a shame. Well, that's all the time we have to talk about Silent Hill today, but we'll definitely have more entries in Screen.com's Half Good series coming up in the future. In the meantime, let me know what you think about Silent Hill in the comments of this very feature. Think it's great? Think it's terrible? Somewhere in between? Let us know, and we'll see you next time.